Zhao Liying become cooking at the set, her dumpling making talents have been now no longer correct, and the completed product become crooked and couldn't stand. As a version employee with inside the amusement industry, Zhao Liying has been with inside the organization for the reason that she gave beginning to a child. Most of the works are of correct fine in the target market's expectancies also excessive. On October 29th, Zhao Liying's studio published pics of her at the set. It may be visible that Zhao Liying become carrying a hurry and thick coat like a nightgown, with a mild colored dress inside. Some time ago, Zhao Liying must be with inside the organization to shoot Fengxing, which must be a hectic pictograph on the stress studio. It's simply that Zhao Liying become now no longer filming at this time, however become busy making dumplings. There become a panel in the front of her, a massive pot of dumpling filling, and a path of pot lid in different sundries, whilst Zhao become maintaining the dumpling pores and skin in a single hand. Maintaining a spoon in a single hand, plainly the motion of creating dumplings is pretty professional. The filming of dress dramas usually does now no longer require such a lot of dumpling fillings as props. It is guessed that it can be a night meal for the group, so a massive quantity of fillings are organized for the group to eat. It's simply that Zhao's dumpling making talents aren't very correct. From the pics published, we are able to see that every dumpling is crooked and cannot stand at all, as though we can slightly preserve it after filling it. Because there are 6 dumplings in total, the image graph is followed through the text Liu Dasheng. In addition to posting pics of Zhao Liying's dumplings, the studio additionally published some of pics of puppet balloons. Judging from the form of the balloons, this must be Zhao Liying's position in dress dramas. The group of workers additionally known as this balloon Little Ali. This lovely little balloon took pics at the facet of the mountain, the water, and the building, and additionally took a collection pictograph subsequent to Zhao Liying. The surroundings choice of historic dress dramas is by and large with inside the wild. There aren't any contemporary day homes in such places, and the surroundings may be very lovely. The location in which Zhao Liying made dumplings and the location in which the puppet balloon took pics may be visible as a wild environment, and you may see inexperienced mountains and inexperienced waters. As properly as diverse plants, even in autumn is luxurious and experienced. The lovely surroundings and the actors incorporated into the work, irrespective of the way you shoot, there's a poetic feeling. Look at Zhao Liying's stills, it is definitely lovely. Speaking of which, I ought to boast that Zhao Liying is definitely appropriate for dress dramas. Many actors do not want to shoot dress dramas due to the fact dress dramas have excessive necessities for actors' images, and face form and head form are very important, and Zhao Liying has been capable of preserve as much as the dress fashion for the reason that she performed Lucian a few years ago. Whether it's far colorful garments or mild and stylish lengthy skirts, she will be able to put on her very own feeling. This form of opportunity is definitely God's praise for eating. She is in simplest a version employee with inside the circle, however additionally a unprecedented artist who concentrates on filming with inside the circle. Now stay declares and different sports are famous. Whether it's far a small artist or a huge star, they're busy with this, and the earnings is excessive and labor saving. But searching again on Zhao Liying for such a lot of years, plainly she simplest now and again regarded with inside the host a broadcast room as a guest. Most of her electricity become nonetheless on filming, and her works have been one after another, and she or he steadily entered the ranks of effective actors. Being grounded and inclined to bear hardships, this could be the cause why the general public likes Zhao Liying. No actor may be famous all of the time, however so long as she is inclined to dig deep in an area and provide you with correct works, she can be able to certainly be appreciated through the target market. 02. Cheng Yi's morbidity and Chen Daoling's tears made me see the fine of Lotus Tower. A knives with inside the snow, permit every person see how famous the martial arts drama is with inside the market. While different dramas are nearly ruled through woman audiences, the male target market of In the Snow leads through a massive margin. Judging from the general data, the target market base who can watch the drama is massive, albeit the last verbal exchange results were bad, the last record was satisfying. From Jin Yong's perspective of waterways and lakes, to the now every now and again created specialty hand-to-hand fighting IP. There are something else and additional recording projects with the idea of old style and valor, after Zhang Ruoyan, the male recurrence pixie. There are additionally many individuals who need to attempt dynamic dramatizations in Xiaoshen. Cheng Yi's decision appears to be startling, yet as a matter of fact it checks out. The new dramatization Lotus Pinnacle featuring him has been finished, outline by outline, which shows the degree of goals of the group. can't resist the urge to move sticks on theatrical presentations, Cheng Yi's hand-to-hand fighting soul is on the web. It's no mishap that the change of guise is continuous, and the new show cosmetics is set up. Cheng Yi, who doesn't frequently take part in theatrical presentations, is not difficult to cause a well-known situation when he goes to the show. Sometime prior, on the phase of High Saturday, I passed 3 Cantonese tests and games. Showed its uninformed and interesting side, and in the wake of moving the stick. Entertainer Yang Di needs to go up and ask, do individuals normally say you are interesting? Cheng Yi, who was brought into the world in Chinese show, has an extraordinary pursuit in the field of play. Prior to acting in Lotus Pinnacle, he was in the popular work Liu Li. The Yu Siphon he played was the supporter of the ruler of the group, in the locations of the clip meeting and the mission. Slowly but surely, the activity is smooth, in the unadulterated green screen video without enhancements delivered by the group. Cheng Yi needs to play 2 distinct characters with a similar face simultaneously. Furthermore, let these 2 characters battle one another, under the gift of unadulterated dream without props. In the background variant alone, he utilized his eyes to make a distinction between 2 individuals. With the smooth play and figure, the 4-minute clasp touched off. Contrasted in customary hand-to-hand fighting dramatizations, Xiangxia shows with reward require more confidence. Cheng Yi's own affection for combative techniques makes him not just Yu Siphon remarkable. Afterward, when Yang Yuan, Teng and Zhou cast spells, he can likewise see that his essential abilities are strong. Acknowledging where their assets lie, in the finale exceptional, the team isn't miserly with spoilers. Different tumbling combative techniques scenes of Cheng Yi's variant of Li Lianhua were delivered, including a scene of inebriated swords. There is not a viable replacement for live shooting, which shows his legitimacy. Consequently, the change of Cheng Yi isn't surprising, and the agreeable organization is as yet its own. In the 13 statutes of Liu Li, Huan dealt with the subtleties of Yu Siphon's lips somewhat broke because of absence of water. In Lotus Pinnacle, when Li Lianhua holds the door jamb with one hand. With tears in her eyes as she took a gander at Qiaowan's convince, her lips were obviously pale. The team cast shadows on the face, making it considerably more clear that Li Lianhua was not exceptionally sick. As well as portraying the line in cosmetics, the group attempted to re-establish the antiquated RV of the male hero in the first text. I truly fabricated one uniquely, and in the delivered materials, there are even shots of characters eating on it. No big surprise, even the entertainers commended it after the shooting. Be that as it may, a decent group not just should have the option to persuade Taoism on the web, yet in addition should have the option to educate entertainers. Chendaling crying pear blooms with downpour, can understand sentiments without misrepresented articulations, Guo who might turn into another tutor after Yi Jing. Before the arrival of opportunity of the orchid, basically nobody saw the show. A huge piece of the explanation is on the grounds that the male hero Wang Hedi's robot acting abilities in Yulong truly convinced individuals to stop. In any case, the chief was extremely sure around then, saying that everybody would become hopelessly enamored. Subsequently, when the component film emerged, Wang Hedi appeared to have changed his spirit. Abruptly, the close-to-home Xiangxia double ruler was performed, and the little subtleties were all set up. With such an impact, notwithstanding the ability of the entertainers to learn, it is normally indistinguishable from the direction of the chief. After Yi Jing, glancing back at Guo's venture, a large portion of the entertainers in the play are over the passing line. This time, in collaboration with Chen Deling, she played the champion in the finale extraordinary. When she saw Li Lianhua, who was debilitated and feeble, the tears fell immediately. With simply a slight scowl, she could feel her bitterness. Quite a long time ago, she was as yet the rookie who was mocked for her terrible acting abilities since her facial highlights were zooming near and crying. Now that the change is so fantastic, Lotus Pinnacle is much seriously energizing.